Hello everyone, my name is Roseshards, but feel free to call me Rose, Rosie, or Chloe. Today I'm going to be talking about the Medicine Cat Code and if I fully agree with some of the rules. There have always been rules I've greatly disagreed with and really wish could be changed, so I was really glad when a patron of mine suggested this video topic to me. It really got me thinking again about why the code is what it is, and if it can really be justified. I mean, I know that the code was made for a reason, but a lot of the reasoning behind these rules just seems really situational and biased to me, so I'd really love to talk about these rules that stick out to me. But before I get any further into the video, I'd just like to take a moment to talk about something that I think you guys will all really appreciate. Creating YouTube videos is something I've done for many years now, which just shows how much I love it. Creating content is something I always want to do. However, there's a lot of content that I make that just doesn't make it into my YouTube videos, which is why I was super stoked to have found out about Amino's brand new feature, Stories. There's a lot of really cool, unique, and interesting videos out there, and even though they're on the shorter end, they're still super captivating and entertaining to watch. And unlike most apps, these stories are permanent and can be viewed whenever. Which is why I'm really excited to announce that I've partnered with Amino to create some of my own stories. I'm going to try and showcase a lot of my content there that doesn't make it into my YouTube videos, such as my design and drawing processes. I highly recommend that you guys check out Amino for yourselves and follow me. I'd really appreciate it if you do because just like YouTube, every time you guys watch my videos there, you'll be supporting me. If you want to view my videos on Amino, all you have to do is download the app by searching Amino apps or by pressing the link in the description or pinned comment. You can then search up my username, Roseshards, and follow me and hit the bell to be the first to know when I've posted something new. Again, I think you guys will really like this new feature, and you'll be supporting me, so you should really check it out. Anyways, that's all I have to say about Amino for now, so back to the topic of medicine cats. So, first things first, I'm going to be going over the Medicine Cat Code. I'm going to start by saying the rules I do agree with 100% of the time, as well as a very brief explanation as to why I agree with them. I just got the rules from someone's post online though because I couldn't find the official wordings from the books, so excuse me if some of the rules are worded slightly differently. Anyways, a medicine cat can only retire when their apprentice is ready to take their place. This one obviously makes sense because if a medicine cat just randomly retires without anyone who can take their place, then the clan will not easily recover from injuries or sickness. It's extremely selfish if there's a cat capable of helping out who just chooses not to because they don't feel like it. Older people obviously have more trouble doing things, but a lot of the time in the Warriors universe, elders aren't incapable of doing anything, as oftentimes they hunt and can even help fight in battles. So these cats really wouldn't have much of an excuse, unless there's like a very extreme reason. A medicine cat can only share dreams with StarClan. I don't really understand what this one means. Not impossible that it could not have just been written properly because of this not so professional source, but obviously a medicine cat's duty is to share dreams with StarClan and relay prophecies, so I'll just say it makes sense. A medicine cat may only discuss dreams, prophecies, or omens with the leader or the other medicine cats at their monthly meetings. This one makes sense to me because obviously it's a clan leader's job to make decisions based on the information the medicine cats give them, and if everyone knows of the prophecies and stuff, it could cause a lot of panic in the clans and such, and it would likely just have a negative impact if everyone's freaking out about it. A lot of people might not be able to stay calm. There's also the possibility that some could use this information for bad, so it's best to try and only discuss this information with other medicine cats and clan leaders who can actually act upon the information. A medicine cat will never let personal feelings get in the way of his or her duties. Medicine cats should obviously care for everyone equally despite past disagreements and such, so this makes sense, otherwise it would be unfair. Medicine cats are outside of clan rivalries. Again, makes sense because the warrior code is against killing, so why leave another clan cat to die just because they're not part of the same clan? A medicine cat's duty is to heal, and it would be unfair to be left to die just because of where you were born, especially when every code is against this. Medicine cats are outside clan rivalries but still must learn basic fighting moves. This makes sense because medicine cats should be able to defend themselves from danger if need be. Medicine cats cannot reject any injured cats. Agree, because as I said, it's unfair to leave another to die when the warrior code is against unnecessary killing, so why would a medicine cat reject someone and leave them to die when they can be saved? It's essentially killing someone unnecessarily. A medicine cat must be able to interpret signs from StarClan. How else is the clan supposed to stay connected to StarClan and receive important prophecies and messages? And a medicine cat must do everything in their power to save a cat. Because why wouldn't they if their job is to heal? So yeah, that's about 9 out of the 13 rules that I saw that I agree with right off the bat. But for the other 4, I definitely think some revamping should be done, because these rules are completely biased, situational, and or just bizarre. First things first, I'd like to talk about the "a medicine cat must never fall in love or take a mate" rule. Keep in mind that this rule is separate from the rule that states that medicine cats may never have kits. And, well, I don't even know what to say about this one. It's just bizarre. Nobody can control their feelings towards someone else, and so a rule that prohibits a cat from falling in love is ridiculous and, well, straight up impossible. As for the taking a mate part, why? What is the idea behind that? Is it that a medicine cat may get distracted from their duties while they're out on a romantic stroll or something? Warriors and clan leaders are allowed to have mates and they don't get distracted from their duties, so this is a rule I genuinely don't understand at all. Again, as I said, this rule is apparently separate from the rule that medicine cats cannot have kits, according to every source I've looked at, so why? Why can't medicine cats have mates as long as they don't have kits? 2 people can be romantically involved without having children. 2 mates in the Warriors universe would not be forced to have kits. It's their decision, as we've seen before. I'm pretty sure this rule had to have been implemented so that medicine cats don't get distracted from their duties, or as some sort of a preventative measure to ensure that they don't have kits, but this rule just comes across as biased and bizarre to me. A mate will not prevent a medicine cat from being able to fulfill their duties at all. And if there's a medicine cat that fears they may get distracted if they have a mate, well, they don't have to have a mate. It's unfair that the rest of the medicine cats have to suffer due to a small percentage of medicine cats who apparently have horrible attention spans. Again, that may not even be why the rule is implemented. I'm just guessing because it's so bizarre. Anyways, I think you guys get the point, and because I'm starting to ramble, I'm going to move on to the next rule I disagree with. The second rule I'll be discussing is a medicine cat may be trained as a warrior before becoming a medicine cat, but a medicine cat cannot become a normal warrior. Usually I talk about the medicine cats not being able to have kits rule second in this kind of video because of chronological ordering, but I realize that it's definitely the most interesting one, so I'm going to save it for last. Anyways, this is one that I sort of understand, but also don't. I just want to know why the rule exists and is so specific. I mean, I get that a medicine cat shouldn't abandon their duties if they're the only medicine cat as I previously mentioned, but if there's another trained medicine cat in the clan, why can't they become a warrior? The clan would still be cared for, and they'd get an extra hunter and fighter, which sometimes that can be more valued than a medicine cat. I mean, and who would want a medicine cat who doesn't want to be a medicine cat anymore caring for the clan? If my doctor made it very clear they didn't care about their job anymore, I definitely would get out of that office as fast as possible. I mean, I just think that this rule is kind of bizarre, especially because there have been situations like Mudfurs, where warriors becoming medicine cats have indirectly broken the code by already having a mate in kits before taking on medicine cat responsibilities. So, if anything, no cat should be able to switch positions. That would be a lot more fair. But I really just don't think that a medicine cat should not be able to change paths if someone else can take over their duties. So this is why I think that this rule shouldn't exist or should be adjusted to say that they can only become a warrior if there's someone ready to take their place. The third rule I'll be talking about is a medicine cat must give its life to save a cat. And on the surface, this rule seems okay, but honestly, I think it's super unfair and corrupt. Have any of you guys ever had first aid training or anything similar? Well, I have, and one of the first things they teach you is do not, under any circumstances, put yourself in a dangerous or deadly situation to save someone else. This is partially because chances are that 2 people will end up dead instead of 1. If a cat is in such a horrible state that it will die without a medicine cat sacrificing its life, well, then it's just not worth it in my opinion. Chances are they will die anyways. And honestly, even if they won't, there's a lot of external factors that kind of suggest whether or not it's a good idea. I understand that what I'm about to say will sound cruel, but this is just how nature is. If there's one medicine cat in the clan, and this medicine cat then gives its life to save someone else, well, someone lived, but Now there is no medicine cat. Sickness could come and wipe out the clan at any moment because now there's nobody who has the expertise to cure the sickness. Sure, the clans could work around this, but what about injuries? If Cat is extremely wounded and needs immediate care, who is going to know how to take care of them? Cats like Briarlight likely would have died immediately or been in much worse condition without a medicine cat, so at the end of the day, is it really worth it to trade a medicine cat's life for a warrior's? Or maybe even a medicine cat's life for a kitty pet, seeing as the code does not specify what kind of cat it must be? When at the end of the day, the clan as a whole may suffer and perhaps even lose many more members because of it? If there is another able-bodied and healthy medicine cat who can take over if one of the other medicine cats dies, then okay, fine. Maybe a medicine cat can give its life to save someone, but at the end of the day, medicine cats should not be forced to give up their lives in these situations. It should be a choice. I mean, what if it's an elder in question, and they would die soon regardless? I mean, at the end of the day, someone will still die, so is it really better if the medicine cat gives their life? Honestly, this rule just sounds really controlling to me. And the final rule I will be discussing is a medicine cat must never have kits, which is probably one of the biggest and most controversial rules in the whole series. This rule has caused a lot of stress and heartache for a number of medicine cats, Leafpool and Yellowfang being the most well known. And even though I disagree with this rule, I have to admit I can kind of see why it was put in place. For the absolute longest time, I thought that this rule was implemented so that medicine cats wouldn't be distracted during the first 6 months of their kids' lives, especially because even warriors take time off when their kids are born. But apparently it's actually because medicine cats may treat their kits with more care than the rest of the clan or something like that, and honestly, this rule is completely biased and situational. The chances of a medicine cat's kit getting sick at the same time as another clan member is honestly pretty uncommon. The only exception I'd say is that a lot of cats could get injured at once due to a battle, but still. I mean, though unlikely, a medicine cat could live their entire life without having to take care of their kit's sickness or injuries at the same time as another cat, so really, if you think about it, it is just entirely situational. Not to mention that regardless, medicine cats will still have kin in the clan. Their siblings, parents, grandparents, best friends. Well, maybe not that, but you get what I'm saying. So honestly, the only way to 100% make sure a medicine cat is treating everyone equally is to get rid of all of their kin in the clan. Medicine cats would have to be trained in one clan and then move to another to make sure that there's no kin-related bias, which would be an extreme and ridiculous preventative measure. If a medicine cat has kin in the clan anyways, why should they not have kits? That being said, Leafpool and Yellowfang both had kits while they were medicine cats, and I don't remember any of their patients dying because they were too busy fussing over their kits. Granted, they did have to hide the fact that they had kits, so I can kind of see this, but this also wouldn't eliminate their desire to care for their kits especially well, so at the same time, doesn't really change anything in my book. This rule has already proven itself to be completely ineffective if you look at their situations. I mean, you could argue that the fact that they couldn't care for their kits caused more overall destruction in the clans, turning Broken Star evil and resulting in the death of Ashfur. And if a medicine cat has an apprentice or if there are multiple medicine cats, this reasoning just becomes even more ridiculous because the two medicine cats would not have the same biases and relationships, so everyone would still end up receiving equal care. If a medicine cat actually ends up looking after their kin more than their other clanmates, which, given previous examples, I doubt would happen to an extent where there would actually be problems, another medicine cat would be there to treat the others. The only remotely valid argument I can see is that medicine cats would be too distracted by their kits to care for the clan, which, I have to admit, makes sense. To nurse your kits, gather herbs, and treat others is a lot to handle at once. But if another medicine cat or a medicine cat apprentice is there to help with duties, why does it matter? In A Vision of Shadows, ThunderClan had 3 medicine cats. Surely if one were to have kits, the other 2 could easily still care for the clan, especially considering there are clans with only 1 medicine cat. And even if there were only one, a queen from the nursery could help out, so it still wouldn't be a huge deal. And even if there were no queen, I'm sure that with how busy medicine cat dens are and how serious the injuries usually are, looking at cats who come in because they have a thorn stuck in their paw, a medicine cat would likely be able to handle nursing their kits and treating others. And let's not forget, this only applies to female medicine cats. Male medicine cats are completely out of the picture here. Overall, if the clan wants to be super safe, the code could be changed to a medicine cat must not have kits unless there is another medicine cat or medicine cat apprentice who can help with their duties, or something like that, but I honestly just don't think it needs to be a rule at all. It's just so biased and situational, and honestly, it's been proven that medicine cats having kits hasn't even been that bad, so why can't it be changed? Again, just because a few might not be able to care for kits, that doesn't mean that the rest can't. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for the rules that I disagree with. Honestly, fully examining these rules, I'm kind of realizing how much it sucks to be a medicine cat. Though most of the rules are understandable in my opinion, these 4 rules are honestly really huge and in my opinion, really overpower the fair rules. In my opinion, these rules are just super controlling. I know that they were probably implemented for good intentions, but to me it just seems like they're unfair and can really get in the way of a medicine cat's quality of life. Though this will probably never happen, it would be cool if the medicine cats are able to come together and discuss these rules and maybe even change them up a bit. Because honestly, these rules just cause more heartache than anything. Also, quick note, I know that there are a lot of sources that say there are only 10 rules, but I decided to go with the source that had the most just so I could cover as much as I could. Plus, I couldn't find the official code on the wiki at all, so I just wanted to be safe. Sorry if this bothers some of you if it's wrong. And if you'd like to buy a print of this lethal painting, you can do so on my shop. Prints will be $5 off for around 48 hours, and there will be a limited edition larger size available. August will be the last month that my shop is open, so if you like something, make sure you order it now. Also, don't forget to check out my stories on Amino for some cool exclusive content as well. Anyways, that's all for now, so see you all in the next video.